Do I not get the boxes with the pieces?
Yeah. No,
oh, okay.
those are so
She's like, no, we're just charging for the boxes.
sold separately.
That's all you get.
Okay, I'll take Mountain Man.
Treasures.
Are you going to do it tomorrow?
Old Corvette.
Every day at any town pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem.
Dan Carpenter. I think I've sold one of these before. Motorola's. So 15 to 20. Would you got 15, would you take 10 on this guy? That'd make it, I think, 20 for the pile.
You have 15 on this?
On this.
And how much?
Would you take 10 and then it would make it 20 for everything?
You got it.
Okay.
You could do with these walkie-talkies like people do when they're in the house and you need a beer.
Right.
Honey, would you bring me a beer?
Well, my wife now uses FaceTime for my daughter.
Oh.
Calls her across the house.
I truly don't get as crazy as some of them.
Are y'all okay? That's what we were gonna ask. We were waiting out there, so
It'll be a few minutes.
that's fine. That's fine. We don't want to get in your way.
We don't have our cash box out yet or anything.
Okay.
So we'll be right along. Yeah.
You're fine. If you stick your hand out and wave, we'll wait until you wave.
That's a deal.
Okay.
We can do that.
You got a crew out here waiting for you. We're ready to give you money.
Good. I like that. We're ready to pay. Oh, okay. I'm excited. That's good.
Where? There they are. Yeah, we're gonna get all of these. Yep, we're gonna get all of those.
I probably good thing you beat me here because those have been gone.
Okay, prices are not, fixed road negotiable. Some item is not.
And look those up. I don't know if those are. I have two pair at home. Not that one, but
Access in LA. Remember we heard somebody talking about that. That's
This-
good.
yeah, I love these. And some of them might end up staying in my closet. I don't know about those. I picked up two pair of bows yesterday, but bows can be good. I don't know if there's a model number on it or. It'd be pretty good actually.
Yeah.
It would sit a little bit, but then in the fall it would move because somebody's going to buy that to put their turkey
And
in
it
it.
looks really good, actually. That's the other one, like is Kayla, the homeschool.
Yep, Kayla's great. But people have them listed for like 30, 40 bucks. There's only 6 of them listed. So it wouldn't be a bad deal. It's going to take up room. But it would sit for a little bit, but I bet it would move in the fall. I've never seen that. That looks like 90s. That looks older. It's kind of cool. Trying to see if it's Galoob. If it's Galoob, it's Micro Machines. Oh, look at you.
Look at this.
Yeah, grab them. Those two. Napoleon Bonafrog, I think. And is he a...
Look at this.
He's a hard head.
just,
He's tacky, but you can clean that off.
I just scooped Troy on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, well, I got distracted by cars. I think these are... oh, these are Fun Rise. This was the... and actually, people do collect these. These are... you know, the Micro Machines?
Yep.
These were basically the dollar store version of Micro Machines. But they were honestly just as good. A lot of them. And people will... There are people that like those. This is a Tootsie toy. This is older. Bomber. It's got a broken propeller on it. Space Shuttle. So it's a little bit of a mixed. And some of them are broken. That one's missing a wheel.
Yeah, you're one of those things where you're just...
That one. So some of them in here are good. Some of them...
Are
that's an old Hot Wheels.
Yep.
Galoob. So this is a Micro Machines train. Because Galoob was Micro Machines.
Yeah, look at
If you want them, you take them. Otherwise, I will.
dude, it's you made the discovery.
No, but...
You threw us a bone with that stuff, and then you passed over it. I'll take them, but like I said,
you take them. I think some of them could be pretty good.
You're working full time, where I'm just trying
to
stretch the dollars out.
I bet they would work with you on it too if you bundle up throw a bundle and knock a couple bucks off.
We gotta remember, we gotta look. We are in desperate need of crop.
I know,
Bah.
But you gotta remember.
All in boxes already.
You have enough boxes?
Do I not get the boxes with the pieces?
Yeah. No,
Oh, okay.
those are sold.
She's like, no, we're just charging for the boxes.
Sold separately.
That's all you get.
Yeah, I'll take whatever he doesn't. I'll buy the boxes. And I'll just get them in.
So what do we got?
I don't know. Let me set them out because I don't.
It's like 73.
73. Deal.
That's a
2, 4, 6. You know what? Here, take 80. It's a church. What is it? Where is the money going?
for our church.
For just in general, or is there like a? Is there a?
What we want to do, like some
Yeah.
kind of outreach. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you.
Spread the love.
Yeah. Then you keep that.
10% back to the community, so.
Yeah. You keep that. We'll call it 80.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful day.
You too. We'll see you guys.
Yep, see you later.
So a couple of quick sales for you there. One just a quick stop, and then another garage sale. I actually stopped the video as I was walking to the car at that first sale, and I feel a little bit bad that I did because they were great people. There were a couple ladies there and the guy who was actually running the sale, and one of them had asked about the GoPro, and so I was explaining to them, you know, what it is that I do and how it works. And the other lady says, yeah, I love YouTube. And so she was going to look us up. So I hope you're watching. You know, it's fantastic. And we were talking about, you know, long garage sales. I'm going to the 50-mile garage sale this weekend. And she was talking about how she had seen some news about others and that sort of thing. And the guy comes over and goes, wait a minute. I wouldn't have made you a deal on anything if I knew you were doing that. And he was joking. Really, really cool folks. So thanks for letting me stop and pick up a couple things there. And then we went to that church sale. And you guys have heard me talk about it before. I love a good church sale. And this one was a smaller sale, but I had seen in the pictures that they put online, tucked on the back of that table, there was some Axis and Allies games. Keep an eye out for those, guys. Those are fantastic. I didn't put up the comps during the video because they were all kind of stacked up. But now's a good time to show them. So check these out. I'll show you first. A couple of them are just basic. You know, I think they're $30 or $40 games. You know, they're strong games. Pretty good sell-through rate. on those, especially when you get towards like the fall when people are more in. And I think playing board games, that sort of thing, families coming in for holidays, they want to play a fun board game. Axis and Allies is definitely popular. Now, a couple of those, no, one actually, I'll put it up here. One of them wasn't even a game at all. It was a model. Italieri is the brand. It's a tank model. And I grabbed that because I think that has some value as well. But then two of those games are actually really good. One of them, the Battle of the Bulge, I think that's about a $200 game. Axis and Allies has all these different offshoots, different versions of the game, and that one is a really good one. I think that one is going to make us a couple $100. And then we've got the other, I actually looked it up, it's the anniversary edition. I'm going to have to go out and find a box to fit that in because it's giant. I mean, it's a huge game, and I have to count those. That's the one thing about board games, guys, is if you're going to buy pre-owned board games, you want to at least take a look at them first and make sure they look like they're probably all there and in good condition, because you can get a good idea, at least I found, through looking at how do people put the pieces in there. And these are individually in baggies, they're separated. I think the people took care of their game, and so they're probably all there. But the one game, the giant game, boasts right there on the lid more than 600 pieces. That's awesome. I've got to count them all. So take that into consideration anytime you decide, I'm going to pick up vintage games, because you do then have to go through and count all of the pieces, make sure that they're there. You don't want to sell it just assuming, especially when there's that many. You got to double check. So that's going to take me a little bit. That's going to be a project one day, but it's worth it, because that game, there are only 3. Now, there are 2 sold, 3 listed. So it's not 100% sell through, but pretty strong. And the 3 that are listed are hovering around the $300 mark. So I think we ought to probably get between $200 and $250. I think the ones that are listed a little bit high, but between about $200 and $250 for that game. Yeah, we ought to be able to get that. I wanted those Axis and Allies games. I know how well they sell, and I knew those 2 were, you couldn't tell exactly which games were there because the picture wasn't real high resolution, but I could see the big long game, and I knew that was the anniversary edition, and it was a good one. So I'm glad that they had another winner there. We paid up for them, and then I gave them a little bit extra because it's a church sale. They're donating. They're doing stuff back for the community. So I'll do that. We did throw the My Little Pony game on top. That one, I was hoping it would be worth a little bit more. It's really not. We'll make a few bucks on it. It's basically a Dungeons and Dragons game, but for My Little Pony. The way they have it set up, exactly the same. So I think we'll get something off of that. That one is complete. It's got all the player sheets and everything. I did look in there, and that one is that one's an easy one to check. So it is complete, and it'll flip. But yeah, we did well. And then we got to meet Troy and Deb. I'd met them previously at Goodwill and had a bit of a conversation with them. I've emailed Deb before, and they're learning reselling, getting more into that, and recently moved here from Colorado, right? So go Avs. Speaking of, Game 3 tonight. We're up 7-0. The greatest goalie in the world. The Avs gave him his worst game in his career. 7 goals scored on him the other night. Man, that was fun. I'm telling you, this is a team. Colorado feels like they've been building to this for about 5 years. 5 years ago, they were the worst team in the league by far. And they've gotten better and better every year they've been building. This is the cup is theirs. It's meant to be theirs.
I'm your density. I mean, your destiny.
It's so much fun to watch your team do so well. They're making a historic run through the playoffs, 14-2. It doesn't happen. So I'm excited. Game 3 is going to be tonight. If we win that one, this thing's over. But it's been a lot of fun. But met Troy and Deb again. Got to hang out with them and shop with them a little bit. Fantastic people, guys. Thank you so much for your support, and sure appreciate it. And I expect we'll run across each other again, and people get to know you a little bit better as we go along. So, guys, I appreciate you. Again, if you're going to be at that 50-mile garage sale, get a hold of me. I'm getting up there Thursday night. It's in Missoula, Montana. It goes 50 miles down the Bitterroot Valley. I think I've already found the garage sale that I want to hit first, and then we'll see what happens there. It's going to be a lot of fun. and I'll take you guys along with me. We'll get a lot of cool footage from that. But I'm going to let you guys go, and we'll see you next time.